Hello all and welcome to Astro Wheel of Fortune. So today I'm doing a reading on your career. This is just messages you need to hear in regards to your career right now. If there's anything coming, if there's anything you should be aware of. General messages. I also asked the question of what strengths can you utilize currently within your career? I thought that could be a good question for a lot of people out there right now. So we've got 5 piles. We've got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, pile 5. If you want to pause the video and pick a pile, I'm going to start. So we're starting with pile number 1. So first of all, we're going to read the tarot that we got for you, and then we're going to go into your strengths. What strengths can you utilize right now? But first of all, this is just a reading on your career. So let's have a look. So we've got the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the Chariot in reverse. We've got Open Up, which is the 4 of Pentacles, and Reach Out, which is the 3 of Pentacles. Open up and reach out is I'm getting that you are doing too much by yourself. That is like it's kind of slapping me in the face, this message is you're doing too much at once by yourself. You're not asking for help. You're not this card 4 of Pentacles really makes me think of like needing to open up to someone about the difficulty that you're experiencing in your career right now, whether it is that you are running a business by yourself or whether you are in a job where you do have co-workers who could be helping you out, or oh my god, I can't speak. Maybe there's a reason that I can't speak as well, because if you're not opening up and you're not saying what you need, there could be this energy lingering around your reading that you can't even find the words to ask for help. You can't even find the correct way of asking for help, and there's no correct way of asking for help. I think you just need to reach out to somebody. There are people out there who can help you. You're kind of tearing yourself into million different pieces, or 2 different pieces, or 3 different pieces, where you're running around and you're not getting stuff done in that complete satisfying way, I suppose. With the 2 of Pentacles and the Chariot here, I'm really getting an energy of your attention being split between too many things, and you're constantly trying to keep it all together. I'm kind of getting you holding onto different pieces and trying to make sure that they don't drift apart, but if you had another pair of hands to help you get them together, you might be able to tie them all together, and so that you're not struggling anymore, but you're really reluctant to ask for help. I'm seeing that is one of your biggest, I suppose you could say that's one of your biggest weaknesses, but that's also just one of your biggest blockages, is inability to ask for help, inability to share your load, and that's what I feel like you feel as well. You constantly feel like your work and your share of work as your cross to bear, almost, that you don't ever see collaboration as something that any person could be entitled to. Any person could be. Help is something that we shouldn't have to earn help. Do you believe that you should have to earn help? That help is not something that people should be doing out of the goodness of their heart. I feel like maybe you constantly think that you just don't deserve help. You don't deserve compassion when you're overworked. Do you believe that other people don't deserve compassion when they're overworked? Is that a shadow aspect of yourself where you need to look into that? Do you judge people who ask for help? Do you judge yourself when you ask for help? Is that something that is prevalent in your life? But it's interesting here because even as I look at these 4 cards, there is almost, see the way with the 2 of Pentacles, obviously the traditional energy of this card is that he's juggling 2 things. He's holding 2 things. With the Chariot, she's looking into 2 different directions. We've got 2 different paths to take, 2 different directions. So she's kind of being pulled into 2 different places as well. Then in this card, I'm kind of getting this strong energy of her being pulled here and here. And she's also got like this kind of energy of almost splitting down the middle here as well. And then we've got in the 3 of Pentacles, which is the Reach Out card, I'm seeing these 2 lights directing into 2 different areas, if you can see it on this card. So again, I'm getting very strongly that a lot of you that pick this pile, you're being split between either too many things. So for example, maybe you are trying to focus on your career, but you are also a parent, and you're feeling too bad to ask for help, like maybe of your family, or maybe of your own partner, maybe even. This could be, if you're not a parent, this could be something else, like maybe you have a side hustle but you also have a job, and you're being split between the two, and you're just spreading yourself too thin. And I'm seeing that it's time to ask for help, or to pick one thing to focus on. It's either you need to ask for help because you won't be able to carry on doing the two things at the same time, or it's time to pick one and stick to it, because I see you're spreading yourself too thin. That is something that I'm getting for pile number ones for sure. There's a strong energy of just you needing to it's almost like you want, I kind of feel like this pile often takes on too much, because you think that if you don't take on too much, you're not allowed respect. Like if you take less and maybe then take more as acceptable, or as you finish tasks, you're kind of like, oh, I'll take on more when I finish these tasks, I'm not gonna prematurely take too much on. For example, let's say you work in an office and you have to look over these documents. You're gonna take you're gonna take a massive stack. You're gonna take the biggest stack of documents, because you feel like if you take the smaller stack and then just come back for more stacks as you progress, you're gonna be seen as lazy, or you're gonna be seen as irresponsible or something like that. It's almost like, is there a need to perform? Sometimes, again, this is not me calling you out, this is just something that we all do, I suppose. Do you want to show your boss or your people in your life how hard you work as well? Is that something that you feel it completes or sustains your ego in some sort of way? Do you feel like when you show people how hard you work, you get more respect? Is that something that you're I'm hearing you need to work smarter, not harder, and you keep working harder because it's almost like something that sustains your ego and makes you feel better about yourself in some sort of way, on some sort of shadowy level. When you're seen working hard, maybe when you were a child, you were always praised, like, oh, you're such a hard worker, you work so hard, and that's something that stuck with you. But the cards are saying it's time to release that and to start working smarter, not harder. And you're capable of it. It's not like you are not a smart person. It's just that you refuse to work smarter, because if you're seen working hard, that's something that almost fulfills you on some sort of shadowy level. That's what I'm getting here. Let's have a look at, actually, I wanted to pull a couple of cards for your finances. Is there anything specifically about your finances that you need to know, pile one? Is there anything about their finances that they need to know? Pile one, finances. Oh, okay. We've got King of Cups, King of Hearts. We've got Six of Wands. And we've got the King of Pentacles. Okay, so the money's looking good. The money situation is looking really, really good. There's some sort of, again, maybe you're working really hard because you're trying to get in on some sort of promotion, I'm hearing. Maybe you're trying to get a promotion to be like a manager, or maybe you're trying to, if you're a business owner, maybe you're wanting to come off as a very hardworking business owner so that you would be praised in the community. Maybe that's something that's very important in the community, to be seen as very hardworking, to be seen as very like someone who can get in down and dirty with the work. And it doesn't mean you have to do any work that is like actually physical labor or anything like that, but I'm kind of getting that you want to be seen as a person who works really hard and is down and working till all hours of the morning because they care about their job. And I think that's something that's been ingrained in you, that's been instilled in you since your childhood, and that's, you want to go far as well. I do see that, pile number one. You want to go far in your career, and I see that finances are actually going to be going really well. But the one thing that I'm seeing is that no matter how good the finances are going, if you don't let go of this energy of I need to appear like I'm working hard, I need to split myself between so many tasks and do you're giving me the impression of like even somebody who, even if there's somebody who's doing a task already, if you notice them doing it wrong, you won't let them find out by themselves that they're doing it wrong. You're going to come over and fix it and do it for them. And it's kind of like you end up doing things for everyone, instead of letting people learn on their own. Maybe you have a little bit of a control issue, but I do feel like you like collaborating with people at the same time. It's not like you're I think if it's the right people, you collaborate with them very, very well, but you don't ask for help very well. You don't ask for help very well. You don't delegate very well. If you're a manager, maybe you need to delegate more. There's a reason that you have, employees under you, and not to control every kind of aspect of your job. Let's see what strengths you can utilize right now. So we've got anxiety. Okay, so you might actually be having anxiety around your career right now. You might be going through an anxious period of time. Not so much a strength, but more so the cards are maybe saying it's I'm getting very strong energy that you need to look after your mental health here, pile number 1. It's almost like you are overthinking how your career is meant. Again, work smarter, not harder. And also like you're overthinking how your career is actually meant to be a lot simpler and a lot more down to earth, and you're meant to enjoy it a lot more than you are right now. Because here with the finances here, you're meant to be very in control of your finances. You're not meant to be controlled by money. That's another thing that I'm getting, pile number 1. And we've also got Earth, someone who is grounded, practical, and reliable. I think that's your strength. But I think lately you've been kind of, your strength is, maybe you're an Earth sign, so that's Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. But lately you're a grounded person. You're a person who is very much at home in the energy of grounding. You are very good at grounding your whole body. You're very good at feeling yourself in your body. But lately I feel like your career, because you're splitting yourself between too many tasks, too many things, and you're not asking for help, it's been causing an anxiety within you. So the cards are asking you to I'm hearing get back to the basics. Get back to the basics and work smarter, not harder, are the main things that I'm hearing in this reading. So yeah, I do think that you're going to find the way back. I think you're going to be fine. And I do see finances are really good, but I just think the cards are asking you just try. It's simpler than you feel it is. And again, I do appreciate that sometimes you can't see that. Like I definitely have been there when people would have told me, oh, it's not as terrible as you think it is. It's a lot simpler than you think it is. When I was in jobs that I was like unhappy in or whatever, and I didn't see it either. Like I honestly felt a lot of anxiety around a lot of jobs that I look back on now and go, oh my god, why was I so worried about it? So I think I really resonate with this reading. The way that I was maybe a year or two ago, this was literally my energy. So I do resonate with you, pile number 1. So this is your reading. If you liked it, do like, subscribe, and comment. I like hearing feedback. If you feel like giving me feedback, let me know. Let me know what this energy of splitting yourself too thin. If you want to give me feedback on it, is it parenting even possibly? I feel like for some of you, it could be parenting. It could be, side hustles. You're doing too much at once. But yeah, I do think you are a grounded person at the end of the day, at your nature, and you're going to resolve it. So we're going to move on to pile number 2. We're going to see what is going on with you. So we're going to look at your tarot cards first, and then we'll look at your strengths. But first, we're going to look at your career and general messages for your career. So we've got the Queen of Wands, Knight of Cups. Very nice. We've got the Emperor in reverse. And we've got Trust. Oh, the Fool card. This is really lovely energy, pile 2. I have to say, I feel like a lot of you have taken a leap of faith on something. That's something that I'm picking up on. Something that you either feel passionately about on a creative level, or something that, for some of you, this could even be because the Queen of Wands a lot of the time is also quite a magical figure. So you might be doing something like esoterics or spirituality. You might be into something like that. There's something very magical about this pile in general. That's something that I'm picking up already. There's definitely a magical energy about your career. You're meant to have a magical experience when it comes to your career. It's not meant to be, grinding, It's not meant to be, and again, it doesn't mean you're not going to work hard. It's just you're meant to feel very magical energy from your career. You're meant to feel very fulfilled, but by the magic in your career. A lot of you could be spiritual practitioners. That's something that I am picking up. A lot of you could be working with chakra work. You might be doing Reiki. You could be healers. I'm also seeing that you could be mediums. That's something that I'm getting as well. I'm getting that a lot of you could, even if it's not part of your career, I feel like you do communicate with like your ancestors and your spirit guides very easily. I do feel like it's something untraditional that you do, even if you're an artist. Like, so the other side of it is that you could be an artist. You could be an artist, some sort of creative endeavor that you decided to take a chance on it, and it's going to pay off. That's basically what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that there's going to be some sort of offer coming in that could really help pay off this little risk that you took. And I don't even want to say risk, because it doesn't feel like a risk. You just knew this was right for you, and you went for it. You knew whatever this career path was right for, or you're just about to go for it. It's this energy of like, I know this is right for me. It doesn't even feel like a risk. It just feels like something that I should, like the next career move that I should take. So whether you're an artist or whether you're like in esoterics or spirituality, you took a risk on it, a risk that you didn't even see as a risk. You saw it more so as a leap of faith. That's probably a better way of describing it. And it's paying off. I feel like emotionally it's already paying off. I think emotionally you're already loving it, you're enjoying it. It maybe has yet to gain some sort of physical form. So for example, if you're an artist, you're creating works of art, and maybe you're selling them to a certain degree, or you're doing some sort of artwork and you're very happy, but you maybe don't really have an established name. Maybe you don't have an established shop yet, but you're selling it here and there, Same thing with if you're doing spirituality. You might be doing Reiki here and there. You might be doing spiritual work. You might be studying spirituality, but it's not quite grounded the way that you want it to be. But it's coming. It's coming. It's on the way. Yeah, I do feel like it's coming. There's a lot of potential here as well. Potential is the word that comes to mind when I'm looking at this specific spread. It feels like you have a lot of potential to create almost like an empire. And again, empire might be a little bit dramatic or something, but I do feel like it's maybe a business, because again, Queen of Wands, I always think of her as quite entrepreneurial as well. So you might have left, even if you're not an artist or you're not into spirituality, you are someone who left a job, a traditional type of job, in order to pursue a business that you really believed in, or you're about to do it and you really believe in it. You really have a lot of faith in it, and it's very positive energy. It's all very optimistic. Like, I think of Knight of Cups and the Fool card as very optimistic cards, and the Queen of Wands is very determined and very ambitious. With the Emperor in reverse, again, it's just giving me this energy of like, it's not quite yet getting into that solid, like, you don't quite have an empire yet, you don't quite have this business. Maybe you have bits of it established. Maybe it's kind of that energy, when people work on a website, but the website is not ready yet, and they're kind of trying to work on different bits and pieces, but it's not exactly in the final stages yet. It's not exactly it's not established yet. It's in the progress, it's in the works, but it's not established yet. But I'm getting very strong energy of positivity and you feeling optimistic about it. Even if you do get down about it, I think overall there's a lot of optimism about what you're doing, or what you're about to do. So I also wanted to pull some finance cards, so financial advice or financial anything that the cards can give us in terms of finances. Oh God. So we've got 4 of Wands. So 4 of Wands is celebration. So this talks about celebrating something, celebrating some sort of success. So I'm definitely getting that financially you will be celebrating something. You might be getting unexpected finances in that are going to be used for, like, I'm getting a portion of it could be used for celebration. So it could be that kind of energy of like, oh, I got this bonus, I got this raise, I got this unexpected, this client paid for, like, let's say you sell jewelry, this client got an amazing order of jewelry, and I'm able to afford to bring all my friends out for dinner and we're going to celebrate. That's the energy that I'm getting. Ten of Wands, and we've got the Seven of Cups. So there is going to be a level of celebration for you financially, but the cards are also saying don't burden yourself with finances either. So I'm getting that strong energy of like, even if you want to celebrate, but celebrate very mindfully. Don't go blow it all. I'm not saying that you will, but there's a little bit of a warning here of like, be careful with what you spend that finances on. I feel like the finances that are coming in soon are meant to be as help for materials, I'm getting for some of you, for investment back into your business. So, treat yourself where you as you feel appropriate, but don't overdo it. Make sure that you have enough to invest back into this business. I'm getting investing back is going to be very important. And because with the Seven of Cups, I'm getting for some reason, it's like you're going to be picking what to invest in as well. So there could be a couple of different things that you're into. So let's say you're doing jewelry, and maybe you're doing jewelry, but you're also doing like key rings or something like that, or keychains. And you're deciding what part of it to invest in. Or maybe you're doing stationery as well, and you're trying to like decide which one is more profitable for me, which one is it worth. Not that you're abandoning the other part of it, but you're trying to invest into specific areas where it makes sense to invest in. So if you're a spiritual person, maybe you are somebody who invests in a course or invests in some sort of education on spirituality. Maybe a lot of spiritual teachers, a lot of spiritual practitioners are going into psychology now as well, so maybe you invest in that. There's that kind of energy that I'm picking up on with this pile, in deciding what to invest your money in, especially the new money that comes in, the money that you earn through the business. You're thinking about how to put it back into it, basically. So let's see what strengths will aid you in that. So we've got growth. Beautiful. The flowers that I have planted are growing from every corner to envelop me. So this makes me think that this is something you've been putting a lot of thought and effort into for a while. So for those of you that like took a leap of faith a while ago and you've been putting work in with this, the cards are saying you're growing, and anything you put work into grows. It's almost like everything you touch turns into gold, but it doesn't turn into gold immediately. It's kind of like you need to put in work for quite a while before it turns into gold. But when it does, and it's a really great result. So that's the strength that you have. You have a strength of investment. I'm getting that very strongly here with this pile. It's like you are so good at investing and then reaping the rewards down the line. You are not meant to be the type of person in your career that gets instant rewards. You were never meant to be that type of person. You were always meant to be someone who works quite hard and puts a lot of effort and work in the early stages, and at the very end, that's where they're reaping the rewards. You're not meant to be there's not meant to be any instant gratification here with this career. For those of you that are only thinking about leaving a job or pursuing something like a leap of faith, there's this energy of you already planning for it, or maybe you've been planning for it for a while before you actually take this leap of faith. Maybe you've been doing classes or courses on the side in order to take this leap of faith so that you can instill more confidence in yourself, and that's a really good strength of yours. You're very good at preparing yourself for taking risks or leaps of faith. And then we've also got appreciation. I love this pile 2. You are a very positive, very optimistic pile. I can see that a lot of you are definitely optimist. You're glass half full kind of people. I definitely get that. And with the appreciation card here, I'm getting that you're very grateful for how far you've come, or how you come up with an idea. So if you're about to leave a job, you're very grateful that an idea for a business came into your head. If you've already taken this leap of faith, it's like you're very grateful for the amount of work that you've put in and how much you were grateful to yourself. There's a real sense of like, I'm grateful for how I worked and how I made this all happen, which is beautiful. We are not grateful to ourselves enough a lot of the time. I feel like a lot of us especially even in spirituality right now, we're always encouraged to be grateful to the universe and our spirit guides, which we should be, of course, but it's not very often that it's talked about being grateful to yourself and being grateful to yourself for taking steps in order to change or in order to go after something. I'm hearing I'm grateful that I was imaginative enough and I was a dreamer enough to dream big. That's a really cool energy as well, pile 2. You are a dreamer enough to dream big, and you should keep dreaming bigger and bigger, because I think you are the type of person who, when you put your head down, you're able to create your biggest dreams. But the only thing is that, again, as I said, it's a long term. You're kind of like slow and steady wins the race. You're not meant to be an overnight success. You're not meant to be an overnight sensation. You're meant to be someone who almost painstakingly comes into my head, but I don't know if that's the right word to use. Someone who works for their success in a very slow manner, but the rewards are amazing, and there's a lot of reasons to celebrate. And it's almost like the longer you work and the more time it takes for you to get where you need to be, the more grateful and appreciative of it you are. And your gratitude is what actually makes your manifestations even better. I think the fact that you have so much gratitude really resonates with the universe. It really resonates. It's like the more grateful you're able to be, the more potent and intense your manifestations that come to life are. So that's the reading that I got for pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, do like, subscribe, and comment. If you have any feedback for me, I'd love to hear it. And I'm going to pack this up. And I'm going to move on to pile number 3. Okay. Pile number 3, let's see what is going on. What is your career advice? What are the career messages that are coming through? And we'll also look at your strengths later. But let's have a look at your messages first for your career. I've got 9 of Cups, Knight of Swords, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, 4 of Cups, which is Opportunity Beckons, and we've got 7 of Cups, which is Daydreams and Decisions. You have a lot of dreams, pile 3. I do see that you have a lot of big dreams that you want to bring to fruition. But I for some reason I'm getting this strong energy that sometimes you kind of get bored of your own dreams. It's like sometimes you're so passionate about your dreams, and some of you might even suffer with depression. That's something that I'm getting. Sometimes you're so deflated and apathetic towards those dreams. It's like one moment you feel very excited, you feel ready to go after these dreams, and other times you take a step back and you're almost feeling a little bit empty inside. That's what I'm getting. There's an emptiness here. You might be questioning the dreams that you used to have in the past. You might be questioning your interest in something. So maybe you thought you wanted to be let's say you wanted to be a lawyer, and you went and you studied law, you went and you did all these things to become a lawyer, and now that you're in it, you're like, oh, I don't know if this is for me. I kind of feel like I'm more interested in social work, or, I'm more interested in psychology. And you're realizing that it's not exactly for you. And again, obviously that's just an example. It doesn't have to be your exact situation, but that's the energy that I'm getting. It's like you worked so hard for something, but it's almost like you went too quick. You went too quick without the way some people maybe will reassess whether they want to do a college course or whether they want to do something, but you went so quick that you forgot to reassess in the middle of it, or on whether you really wanted to do this. And you went and you did it, and now you're kind of standing there thinking, I'm not feeling fulfilled by this career. I'm not feeling fulfilled by this position. Maybe you went after a promotion with all full force, not holding your horses, like completely full force. You went after a promotion, and now that you're in the promotion, you got the job, you kind of feel like, I don't know if this is what I want. I don't feel fulfilled by it. I thought that I would be fulfilled by it. I thought that it would resolve something within myself, but it's not resolving it. I'm not feeling content with how I'm feeling in this position. So I think that's a big that's something that you're going to be tackling for the next few months in your career. You're going to be tackling the idea of like, how could I have felt so passionate about something that now I have complete apathy towards? You're going to be trying, it's kind of like you put all this effort in, you're like, why did I put so much effort into this? Now that I'm standing here, it's kind of like now that I'm at the top, I'm kind of bored. Either bored or just not fulfilled. You're not getting that fulfillment that you thought you would get out of this job. It's just not giving you what you thought it would give you, whether it's a promotion or whether it's a type of job that you wanted. So I think you're reconsidering. I think you're changing the course, even if it's just in your own head right now. I feel like you are kind of like scrolling through the options in your mind. Where can I go next? I think your position is very much, but the beautiful thing about you, Pile 3, is that I feel like you're capable. That's the thing about you. You're so capable of achieving everything. Like, you are the type of people who are capable of achieving anything that you want to achieve. But the problem is, a lot of the time you think you want to achieve certain things and you end up achieving the wrong things, or the things that don't resonate with you, because it's just simply this need to achieve. You thrive on the idea of achieving. You thrive on the idea of beating out competition. I think you thrive on being successful. It's almost like you don't care what you're successful in as long as you're successful. But then at the end of the day, every time you're successful, it's almost like that itch starts again. It's like, okay, I'm successful in getting this promotion, but what's next? Where am I going next now? And the career is actually, you're not thinking about the actual theme of the career, the thing that you're doing, and you end up feeling unsatisfied and unfulfilled. You end up feeling kind of empty because the only thing that you're thriving off is like the adrenaline of succeeding. So the cards are trying to ask you, like, what is it that fulfills you? What if you were to never achieve anything in a particular career? Like, let's say it's baking. If you were to bake all your life, let's say you're somebody who actually really enjoys baking. If you really enjoy baking and you don't care about ever succeeding in it, or beating out competition in baking, or beating out any sort of peers in baking, would you be interested in doing it as a job and then implementing that idea of competition and needing to be the first, the best? You are very competitive people, I feel, pile number 3. There's a strong level of like needing competition in order to thrive. I think maybe you were put into places of competition as a child a lot. Maybe your parents always like set you up against something, and it's almost like something that gave you a will to keep going. But it's just not right for you anymore. And there's a need to find something that is fulfilling beyond competition, beyond being successful where other people are not. And again, it's great to beat out in competition. It's great. And I think you're very skilled at beating out competition. It's almost like your profession is beating out competition. It doesn't matter what you do. It's almost like you're more interested in beating out competition, but you need to find some sort of sense of fulfillment. Or maybe you need a job where that's a constant theme, where you're constantly beating out competition, or there's a need to beat it. I'm getting like, even maybe you are an athlete, maybe you were an athletic child and you practiced sports. Like, I'm getting competitive sports, possibly, that you got this thirst for competition and thirst for beating out competition as a result of it. And maybe that's something that you need to keep doing. Maybe you need to do it on the side of your career, or maybe you need to find a career that resonates with that energy, because I do feel like you are a competition. You thrive on competition for sure. That is a big strength, and I know I'm asking for strengths in these cards, but they're already giving me an indication that when there's competition involved, you become very animated and you become very impassioned. And then when that competition's over, it's like when you got that raise, when you got that promotion, you're deflated again, and you're like, I'm bored again. I need to go and do something fun. It's almost like the idea of fun, or the idea of like achievement within you. Very interesting energy, very different to the other two piles. Let's have a look and see for your finances. What do they want to tell us about finances? Okay. Well, I mean, when the Joker comes out, I usually use this card to let me know that your finances are going to be absolutely fine. You don't need to worry about your finances. It's more so the fulfillment. It's more so the fulfillment of what you do that should be your focus. Your finances are perfect. I don't see any issue with your finances. We've got the Three of Pentacles. There's an interesting message here of even though you love competition, I'm getting like team. So teams competing against teams. That could be a good, but I don't even know. I suppose like legal teams could be competing against legal teams. But again, you're so competitive. You're so competitive, but what would even fulfill you more than competition on your own and you competing against like people individually? You may be surprised that you are very satisfied with collaborating with a team and competing against other teams against other teams. I wonder if there could be something, do you enter competitions a lot, or maybe that's how you get your money a lot of the time, that you enter competitions, various competitions, whatever it is. It could be different for a lot of you in pile number 3, but you could be very successful in earning money through competitions, which is cool. It's very interesting. Like, I wonder if you are an athlete, or if you're not an athlete, it could, it could be anything. Maybe it's art competitions that you enter and you beat out many people. But I'm seeing that there's almost money to be gained in teamwork, but also this team like competing against other teams, which is interesting. This is very different. I feel like I've never done a reading like this where a person thrives on competition so much and feels so in their element when it comes to competition. Now, what are your strengths? So we've got rocky road. When the road gets rocky, overcome it and find a new path to your destination. Again, it makes me feel like you can overcome rocky roads. If anything, when the roads get rocky, that's when you have the most fun. When the job gets tough and you need to like prove that you are capable of surviving, it's like you are a very survival type of person. You are maybe somebody who grew up around a survival mode energy. I do see that when the road gets rocky is where you thrive. You thrive on possibly even chaos in a job situation. Maybe you're considering jobs that are a little bit more high risk. That's something that I'm getting as well. You get bored very easily, pile number 3, I feel, and that's why the cards are like, you're not going to be happy in a job where you're stationary, or it's almost like high risk or high energy jobs are very important, or not very important, but very suitable to you. And we have also got 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. So 6th chakra is the third eye chakra. So this could also pertain to your intuition. So intuitive jobs that require your intuition. Maybe the way that you beat out competition is very intuitive. And again, athletes can be intuitive. Lawyers can be intuitive. It doesn't mean you need to be spiritual. You can be. But I'm getting very strong. You need a more fast-paced career. If you're not in a fast-paced career right now, I think that's something that you are going to be considering in the future. But financially wise, I think you're going to be doing very well. Like, I wouldn't worry about your finances, especially with the Joker here. The Joker, to me, in this deck, I always ask for the Jokers to show me when the person doesn't need to worry about money, when the person doesn't need to worry about financial security. So that's what's coming through. Interesting message, pile number 3. If you liked it, do like, subscribe, and comment. I love doing this reading. It was really interesting to see a different type of vibe. So, I'll see you in my next video, and I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on to pile number 4. So pile number 4, let's see. We're going to look at your tarot cards for your general career advice first. And then we're going to look at your strengths and what strengths could you incorporate into your career. But let's look at your cards. We've got the Magician in reverse, 9 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and we've got Seek the Truth Seven of Swords. I think you've been through it with your career for sure. You've been disempowered. You've been knocked down. You've gone through a lot of difficult cycles in your career. But I'm getting with this card especially, it's like that's coming to an end. The disempowerment and your you didn't get where you are right now easily. You didn't. It wasn't easy to get where you are right now. And I think a lot of people don't realize this about you. I feel like a lot of people barely see. There's definitely people that see that about you as well, though. I feel like the closer people to you definitely see how much it took for you to get where you are right now. But I see that you still feel the need to explain yourself for how you got to where you are in your career. And the cards are saying it's time to stop explaining yourself. It's time to stop kind of having an explanation for what I feel like some of you maybe are even doing careers that you constantly feel like you need to explain. Maybe it's taboo careers or careers that are not societally accepted. I feel like it's time to stop explaining yourself. You don't own an explanation to anyone. That's the first thing that I'm hearing. You don't own if you love what you do, you don't owe an explanation to anybody. You don't owe an explanation to anyone anyway. But especially if you love what you do and if it means a lot. I do feel like you're feeling a little bit deflated in terms of your confidence with your career right now. So you could have gotten a knock. So whether it was through COVID, if you like lost a job in COVID, or if your career kind of stalled in COVID, in 2020, whenever you're watching this, or maybe recently you just went through something that halted your career and you feel a little bit disempowered, but you're like, I'm gonna continue climbing. I'm definitely getting this energy. I'm gonna continue climbing the ladder of success. I'm gonna continue going after what I want to go after, but I am feeling like I'm almost getting tired doing this reading. So you might be feeling very deflated about your situation. You're feeling deflated about where to go. You might even be a little bit confused. I'm seeing a lot of you, maybe there's a real need to leave a job and you are lying to yourself almost to in favor of staying. You're lying to yourself in favor of staying, in favor of continuing on, even though you know this career is taking so much from you. There's some sort of step that is needed to be taken in order for you. I'm seeing with the Wheel of Fortune, you are in a bad cycle right now. That's something that I'm seeing. You're in a bad cycle in terms of career. You're not in a good cycle. But the thing about the Wheel of Fortune, it keeps turning. So you will be out of this bad cycle at some point. The Wheel of Fortune to me is always a good card to see whether it's upright or in reverse. In reverse, it just always says, look, I know things are shitty right now, but they're going to be looking up. They are. The clouds will disperse, the rain will stop, the sun will come out again, and everything's going to be okay. And even like the way she's opening up these curtains, the way she's tearing those curtains here, it's like the sun will come out again and I will see the light of day again and everything's going to be okay again, even if it's not quite okay right now, even if it's difficult right now, even if it's causing me grief right now. So the cards are encouraging you to continue on, make the steps. I feel like there's something that you intuitively know you have to do about your career to step over into a better cycle, but you are refusing to do it. You're reluctant to do it because you've been knocked down so many times that you worry if you go and make that step towards a new beginning or a new future that you'll get knocked down again. But you intuitively can feel that it's the right thing to do, which is interesting. Okay, let's see. What do we have here financially wise? So I do have the finance cards here too. Just look at your finances. Maybe something that can reassure you, make you feel better about your finances, or something to warn you, or something to just give you something. Okay, we've got the 4 of Cups, which is 4 of Hearts. We've got 3 of Pentacles, and we've got the King of Cups. Well, I see that there's going to be a person around you who wants to I'm not sure, this could be a partner or a father figure, or somebody who is just very emotionally invested in you, somebody who has a lot of emotional connection to you, somebody who really, really cares about you, who would be willing to, if you, for example, want to leave a job, it could be that, a partner or a father is willing to give you money to kind of get you through the period of time where you might not have a job, or maybe if you need to put money into a business, they'll be ready to give it to you, or lend it to you. I'm seeing somebody wants to be like a team with you and help you get out on the other side. They want to help you crawl back to the other side. They don't want to see this suffering. It's almost like you're going to be taken care financially by this person. This person's willing to kind of take care of you financially. If you don't have a person like this in your life, I feel like you might be missing them. Like, you might not realize that they're there, or you might be dismissing. You might be going, no, I don't want to take money from them, even though they would be very happy to give it to you. And again, for some of you, it's something that they're just lending you. You'll pay the money back. I feel like this could be multiple people for some of you as well. This could be multiple people. I am picking up on a male energy specifically, but there could be multiple people that want to help you financially, just in order not to see you in this rut. Like, a lot of people could be seeing you in a very bad job right now. Like, your mother, your father, your partner, your sisters, your brothers, whoever it is, are seeing you in this bad job, and they would do anything to help you to get out of that job, because to them, it's almost like it's more important that you're not in this rut, and that they give you money, rather than seeing you in a rut, seeing you get depressed, seeing you lose your confidence. And they want to help. It's not about pride. It's not about giving you money so that they have some sort of control over you. I feel like there's genuinely people who would be willing to give you money in order to help you, because they hate seeing you in the place where you are right now. I think for pile number 4s, don't be afraid to accept financial help from people, because I think there's a lot of people that are ready to financially help you out. Well, that's something that I'm seeing for sure. Let's see what are your strengths and how you can, what strengths can help you here. So we've got winter, a period of soul searching and rest. You need some rest. Maybe it's the job that you've been in has taken so much of your energy. Maybe you need to take some rest. You could be needing a holiday, or you may be needing a break away, or maybe you're needing to leave a job so that you can have this period of soul searching and figuring out what's right for you, figuring out what career is right for you, what life path is right for you. I feel like you need to go into an introspective energy. You need to step into yourself. For career, you need to stop looking for answers in other people and start looking for answers in yourself. Stop comparing yourself to other people and start comparing yourself to previous versions of yourself. Are you doing better than a previous version of you? That's all that matters. I definitely feel there's a depressive energy here with pile number 3. I feel like some of you could be in a depressive state. You could be feeling depressed about your career. But I do see that there are people that are willing to help you, even if it's just financially. And then we've also got yin and yang. I'm getting a lot of teamwork here. You are very good at teamwork, but especially one-to-one teamwork. And to me, this is almost, I feel like there's a person in your life especially who wants to be a team with you, whether it's, whether it's a parent, or whether it's a partner, or whether it's, even a cousin or a sibling, whatever, a friend. They want to be a team with you. They want to help you out. But they also, it's almost like this energy of like, I help you out because I know that if I was in your position, you would do the same for me. That's the energy I'm getting. There's definitely like a specific person. This could be more than one person, but I feel like one is standing out who is very much willing to be like, I want to do this for you because if I was in your situation, I know you'd do this for me, or at least I'd hope that you'd do the same for me. There a lot of people, I really want, there's another message that's coming through that's not to do with career, and I feel like maybe you need to hear this. A lot of people really care about you, pile 4. A lot of people really love you and really want to support you and have your best interest at heart. Maybe it's not people you work with, maybe it's not the job that you're in right now, but there are people out there in your life right now currently who really care about you. And I feel like this is almost the most important message that you were meant to hear today, rather than the financial or the career message. You're meant to hear that people will support you, people will not abandon you. Some of you may have been feeling abandoned, may have been feeling unloved, and I'm feeling very called to tell you that a lot of people really love you, but maybe they're not aware to the full extent of, maybe if you are in a depressive state, they're not fully aware to the extent that you're depressed, they're not fully aware what you're going through. Even if they have an idea, those people that have an idea of what you're going through definitely don't want you going through that experience. There's a lot of people that want to get you out of the job that's making you depressed, but they also don't realize the full extent of depression that you're going through, or the full extent of struggle that you're going through, because they simply can't experience what you experience in this career, in this job right now. Please take care of yourself, pile 4. I feel like that's really important. And again, we've got rest here. Rest is essential for you, pile 4. It's really, really important right now. The cards are kind of like almost screaming for rest, for and again, I'm getting a lot of cycles energy. So you're just in a bad cycle right now, and I feel like maybe for a lot of you, this may not even just be to do with your career. You might be feeling like you're just in a bit of a dull or lower cycle of your life right now. But again, do remember, cycles are cycles for a reason. At some point, the wheel will turn and you will emerge into a good cycle. So keep that in mind, please. So that's the reading that I got for you, pile number 4. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're okay. If you did like this reading, do like and subscribe, and I'm going to move on. And if you want to give feedback in the comments, do as well. If you don't, you don't have to, of course, but we're going to move on to pile number 5. So pile number 5, let's see, we're going to look at your strengths. Later, we're going to start with your tarot cards and see what the advice for your career is. So we've got 5 of Swords in reverse, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the Empress card. We've got Just Breathe, 4 of Swords. And we've got the 9 of Pentacles, well-deserved reward. Oh, this is like, let me see. I'm getting some sort of dramatic energy in your career is ending soon. Like, I'm almost getting this feeling of maybe something to do with coworkers. If not coworkers, you might just be feeling a lot of internal struggle with yourself in terms of career. For a lot of you, I feel like there's been some coworker drama or coworker strife that you've been going through. And I'm seeing that it's going to be ending soon. You're going to be moving away from it. For a lot of you, I'm getting a strong energy of you moving into something like working by yourself. I'm getting, with the Empress and the 9 of Pentacles, I'm getting a strong energy of like working by yourself, maybe even starting a business. I don't think, some of you maybe already started going towards that way. Some of you haven't. Let me think. I'm getting a very abundant energy for you, but I feel like you haven't quite stepped into that abundant energy yet. You're kind of on the verge. It's like you're one foot in the drama and maybe like the old jobs that you went through, possibly, you know, coworker gossip. Your one foot is still there, and the next foot is in the future and in abundance and creativity. But what I'm seeing is between those two periods, if you are leaving a job, maybe you're in the process of leaving a job, there's a need for rest. For some of you, this is a very specific message, so please only take it if it resonates. You know, don't come for me. For some of you, you could be getting pregnant soon, and I'm getting that you might be going on maternity leave. That's something that I'm getting here, for like a very strong message that's coming through, is that a lot of you could be going on maternity leave. Maybe you're already pregnant and you're aware of it and you're going on maternity leave. And once you leave the toxic coworker space, you're going to be able to feel a lot better about yourself, and you're going to feel a lot more in your element. And it's almost like your maternity leave could be a very prosperous time for you, a very exciting time for you. very creative time for you. You might find yourself being very, very creative and resting a lot and really treating yourself. Again, the Knight of Pentacles is like treating yourself, well-deserved reward, well-deserved rest. I keep getting those kind of themes, like and again, even if you're not pregnant and it's not maternity leave, I'm getting that you are going to be getting some well-deserved rewards and rest, which is very much needed. After going through maybe some drama in work, maybe some pettiness in work that you're not resonating with. So some of you might even be leaving because you're not pregnant with a baby, but you're pregnant with an idea for a business or idea for like a different career. So that could be what's coming through here. But I think for a specific percentage of you, this could actually be a message of you're going to get pregnant, go on maternity leave, and it's going to provide a lot of clarity for you. There's a lot of clarity that's coming through from there, which is interesting. That's cool. And again, you don't have to get pregnant. This is just for some people. But I'm getting a period of creativity is coming in. There's a period of creativity, rest, well-deserved reward, well-deserved rest. You might be taking some time to travel, taking some time to go away for like weekend getaways so that you're able to replenish your energy and restore the energy that you once had, because I do feel like a lot of you are probably a little bit exhausted from work at the moment and you need rest. It's very important. Like if you at any stage need a nap or anything like that on your days off, please take those naps. Like I'm getting strong energy of like you need to get as much sleep as possible while you get to maybe some of you have been losing sleep even. That's something that's coming through. I feel like a lot of you could have been even having a lot of vivid dreams that are making you think a lot and are making you reconsider your career choices. For those of you that are going for establishing a business, I honestly think that everything's going to go quite smoothly. I mean, when you got the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like there's nothing to worry about, especially if the Four of Swords is here. Like the Four of Swords is the card of rest and feeling easy. To me, it's a very easy energy that I'm getting for you, pile number 5. Let's see what your finances have to say. I honestly think that this is a very good group to get, because whether you are pregnant, whether you're not pregnant, or you're just pregnant with an idea, there's abundance here. There's undeniable abundance and this energy of everything working out well. It's kind of like you definitely seen some unfair job situations. You've been in a lot of unfair job situations, but you're leaving them very soon, or you already left them. Okay, so we've got Four of Pentacles. You're saving for something as well. I'm seeing that so maybe you are starting a family, depending on who picked this card or who picked this pile. If you are starting a family, it could be that you're saving for the family, you're saving for children, but I'm getting a lot of savings are going in right now. So you might have a very good or maybe you were saving to start a business. That's another possibility. We've got the 3 of Wands and we've got the 7 of Wands. I'm also seeing that it's very important to keep those savings and not to I'm getting avoid lending money to other people right now. That's something that I am seeing as well. Avoid because those finances are going to be important. So for those of you that are starting a business, that could mean a lot or make a lot of sense. Or if you are currently pregnant or you're planning on getting pregnant, that makes a lot of sense as well. The cards are saying avoid lending money, avoid giving money away just willy-nilly. And I see a lot of progress in your finances as well with the 3 of Wands. There's going to be progress. It's not going to be immediate, but you're going to feel very confident about it. You're not going to feel like I'm not getting any anxiety or worry over finances with you, pile number 5. But it's the only anxiety that I feel here is maybe from the past job. So if you're still in this past job, maybe if you're in the process of leaving it, or maybe you're just thinking about leaving it, you haven't gone into this energy of peace and feeling fulfilled and feeling connected to yourself and feeling very financially savvy. It could be that you're still being affected by other people in a collective. So let's see, what are your strengths? So we've got happy families. So so for some of you, I feel like you might be starting a family. Maybe some of you are going to be like a stay-at-home parent, you know, if that's something that you want. If that's not something that you or you could be working from home. If you have a family, you might even be working from home and raising the kids at the same time. But there's a very strong energy of you having children, having a family. I would be surprised if some people in this pile didn't weren't planning on having a family. If you're not planning on having a family, it could be that just you are looking to work from home. I'm getting a very strong energy of working from home from pile number 5. Like you are not interested in working in spaces with other people. You're not so you might be starting a business in order to work from home, or you might be looking for jobs where you're more so able to work from home, where you're not in contact with other people constantly, which is, it could also be nice, and it suits some people. So I feel like maybe I'm getting very strong working from home energy. Actually, the more I look at this reading, the more I get this strong working from home energy. And then we've also got water. So water, we've got Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio, someone who's nurturing, empathetic, and sensitive. And again, the nurturing part makes me think, I would be surprised if some of you that pick this pile are not like either pregnant or planning on having a baby with your partner. But I'm getting very strong, even if you're, you know, whether you're female or male or whatever, whether you're a woman or a man or whatever, I feel like you are someone who would like to spend more time with your child at home, you know, and maybe you're planning on how you can make that right, how you can make that happen. How can you have a job where you're working from home, but you can spend proper time? You don't want to be a parent who is, you know, doesn't see their child very often. You want to be a parent who's around their child quite a lot. There's a lot of energy of wanting to nurture children. So maybe you want to work with children. Maybe you're interested in doing some au pair work or something like that. Maybe that's what you're looking into. But mostly I'm getting energy of like having your own children and wanting to work from home. If you're not interested in having children, this could just be indicating that you'd prefer to work from home and to have like your own home office. That's something that you're getting. Your strength is honestly working from home. It kind of feels like your strength would be gathering this energy from your home space and being able to earn money through your home space rather than in, you know, offices or other spaces with other people. You probably operate better by yourself than with other people as well, pile number 5. But that's the reading that I got for you, pile number 5. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, do like, subscribe, and comment. If you want to give me some feedback, I love hearing feedback. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.